coconut water is really good for you. Sorry, this is not a sponsor. I'm just thirsty. What's up guys, this is Bellagio. I hope you guys are doing well. And in today's video, we are going to talk about treasure map team preparation. I know I'm way ahead of time. It's just Saturday here. Some of you guys might be Sunday. But the event is not going to start until Wednesday, February 11th. But I don't think I'm going to be available. That's why I want to get the video out earlier so that you guys can watch it whenever you have time. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into it. So, luckily we already have treasure map bosses, gimmick and everything. Therefore, the video is possible. Otherwise, I won't be able to do it. Alright, real quick on the introduction on this table. Oops, I didn't mean that. Here, left hand side here is the information about boss. We're gonna have to deal with Sugar as a TM boss, and her weakness is Free Spirit. And if we bring Free Spirit, Cerebral and Driven, the units that we bring will get special charge time reduction. Right. And stage 2, these are the gimmicks we have to deal with. Stage 3, and so on. Alright. On this column here is the column of full batch team. Pretty straightforward. We'll go over it real quick in a bit. And then this column here is non-full batch team. Alright, let's move on to full batch team. So full batch team, this one. So if you happen to pull full batch team, you have Rebecca, you have Viola, and you have Manchuri, and these two slots here could be anything. I put Nami, Vivi, and the three sisters because these two will, I mean, this combination here, this team here is going to give you the highest boost point possible for this TM. So, but it doesn't really have to be these two. If whatever you have the highest boost, just plug it in there. All right. So stage 2, what you want to do, the first thing is launching Manchuri special, get rid of these two gimmicks. Then launch Rebecca special later on, the second step, to get rid of that 3 turns of barrier. Move on to stage 3, you launch Viola special, the third step. The fourth step would be your friend Captain Rebecca. Give yourself a rainbow shield so that prevent the death damage of 80,000. That should be it. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Not many steps at all. I really like it. Now, on the non-full batch team. Now this is where it's a little bit tricky, but before we go into non-full batch team, I want to talk about my assumption on how I made this teams. So the first assumption is that you're gonna have to use friend Captain Rebecca. The second assumption is I assume that majority of us managed to pull Luban, Kuma, and then Saturn V2. Okay. Maybe another assumption is I try to make this team with the highest points as much as possible. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into this detail. So stage 2, launch Yamato special first. I hope you guys have this Yamato version. If you don't, basically any units that is Free Spirit that can remove pain. There are Roger Regaban, but I think Yamato is probably, you guys have her more than Roger Regaban. If you don't have this, there are, you know, Manchuri and Shirahoshi, the Christmas version, that can remove anything for 10 turns. You want to use that to remove this. Yeah, something like that you want to use to remove this. And then the next step is you want to launch Saturn V2 special on second stage, even though it does not cancel anything, but because you want to activate the 5 turns change setup, you want to launch that before you launch Carrot special, because they're doing the same thing. They give the same thing, but you want the 5 turns, right? And that's why you need to launch Saturn before Nami and Carrot special. Nami and Carrot special not only give you the chain set, but she will remove 6 turns of burns. So That will be all for second stage. You will hit and clear. Move on to third stage. What you want to do next is step 4. You want to launch Lubon Special. Make sure that you bring int support. Therefore, you will get Lubon, Kuma, and Saturn, and Nami, Carrot. This unit considered Straw Hat, right? So these 4 units should be able to hit through the defensive gimmick like Rainbow Shield. So keep in mind that you are not, well, you don't want to remove Rainbow Shield. You want to keep it there, either de-efficient it or either, you know, just ignore it. Lubon Special will give you the ability to ignore Rainbow Shield. Therefore, activate Lubon here, and then you don't have to do anything here because Saturn V2 Special should already be applied. It's still there. Therefore, this chain max will not be able to apply on your team. We don't have to worry about it. And in Saturn V2 chain it's 3, so we're gonna be able to hit this. So no worry on that. And then you activate your friend Captain Rebecca to give you Rainbow Shield on your side and hit, and you should kill it easily. I think this team should carry you really far. You can activate other like Kuma Special twice. I think that should work. No, it does not, because the EX of Kuma requires Luffy, require Bonnie, and then other units, but these 3 are not in there, not even Rebecca. So yeah, you might not be able to activate the EX of him. And you don't have any quick in here except, oh wait, yeah, you have quick Rebecca. You want to use, you can use his ability, give yourself a type boost, and then Rebecca can hit harder. Yeah, all in all, this team should bring you really far. Okay. Oh yeah, Nami and Carrot. Okay, never mind. I thought one of them is quick. Never mind. You want to switch to Nami, yes, because if you switch to Carrot, she will be decked, and then her damage might not doing that much. Alright, let's move on to the next one. This is going to be Intruder Reiju. And let's enlarge this real quick. So that you see it easier. Eh? Okay, I think you can watch it. You can look at it. No problem. Alright. Intruder is a little bit more tricky, to be honest. Intruder is what? Reiju. Weakness is Cerebral. And we need to bring Fighter, Slasher, or Cerebral. Yeah. So the teams will be built around Cerebral, mainly. Alright, second stage. For the full batch case, it's a little tricky. You're not going to be putting Rebecca as your captain, but you're going to use Rebecca as your friend captain. In my opinion, I think we need to start with Boa, because Boa has ability to prevent you buying. And second stage will give you, 8 turns top row, middle row buying. So with Boa as your captain, that will prevent that. But the thing is, the first thing you do, the thing is you need to switch Boa to Vivi Nami on stage 2. I'll go into that in a bit. So first step is switch Boa. So start with Boa, you switch her, it will become the 2 sisters, and then it will ask you to switch your captain. You want to do that? Yes, you want to do that. So switch her with the bottom left, which is Nami. We put her there. So Nami and Vivi will become our captain. Then that would be the first step to do. Second step to do is you want to switch Navi so that it will put defense to 0. And then third step is use Navi special to get AWP boost. She's gonna give you 2 turns of AWP boost, and then you're gonna get +1 becomes 3 turns, and then it's going to reduce you by 1 because of this intimidation. So at the end you get 2 turns of off boost on stage 2. Keep that in mind, you have 2 turns of off boost right now. And then your Nami VV special already launched. Then step 4 is you want to launch Mantry's special. This fight here, you don't really need Viola, but you can use her special. If you have her, you can use her special. So Mantry will give you set chain modification min-max at 2.5. But if you launch Viola special right after Mantry, that will become 2.75, and therefore you will be able to hit this. But if you don't want to launch her special, I think you still be able to get 2.75 after a bit of a bit of hit. Maybe not the first unit when you hit, but the second one, the third one, you'll be able to deal more damage after that. Alright, then step 5 here is when you want to launch Rebecca special, your crew, keep in mind you want to launch, I better put in there, crew Rebecca, not friend captain. Crew Rebecca special, and crew Rebecca special can be anywhere, but I put her on the bottom right. If you launch her special, then it will reduce the captain's special by 5 turns. Sorry, it will reduce captain's special by 5 turns. That's why I want to make sure that you use Rebecca special after you launch Navi special. Okay. And the reason is because we want to launch Navi special again on stage 3. Alright, so follow this step with, step 5 when you launch your crew Rebecca special. That will also get rid of the intimidation, but at this point, we don't really care about it anymore. Okay. Then move on to the next step. I think when you launch Rebecca special, you get the attack up as well. Attack by 3 turns, if I remember correctly. No, by 2 turns. Okay. You get attack up by 2 turns, but because of her friend captain's ability, that will extend to 3 turns, and then intimidation might reduce it down to 2 turns. I don't know which one happens first, but at least you will have attack up for 2 turns. So keep that in mind, you have slot and attack up for 2 turns on stage 2. Move on to stage 3. That will reduce down to 1 turn, but it's still activated, it's still applied on your side. Therefore, these 2 will not be able to apply to you. That is the reason we want to apply, we want to activate Navi special on second stage. Alright. Then because you already swapped your captain on stage 2, then this will not take into account. It will not affect anymore. And you have Navi as your captain. It will prevent 10 turns of paralysis. So step 6, you want to launch Navi special class. So that reduces your special charge time by further 9 turns, and therefore you should be able to activate Navi special the second time. So when it comes to your turn now, you will not have anything like attack up or slot up anymore. Those will be done. So launching her special now, launching Navi special the second time will give you 3 turns of off boost. Then launching your friend captain Rebecca at step 8 will give you another 3 turns of attack up. And then you just hit and kill. Should be straightforward, easily. Alright, but still a lot to explain, right? I just want you to know the reason behind what I'm thinking, and if I'm wrong, you feel free to give me any comment. Right, for non-full batch team, this is what I came up with. I want to set, I cannot use Lubon because at the end I could not find any other unit that could remove 6 turns of slot bind. If you don't have Nami Vivi, it's going to be quite difficult to find a unit that can remove slot binds. The one unit that I really think that is very good at doing this is this Bonnie version. So I hope you guys have this Bonnie version. If you do, this team is gonna give you, I think it's one of the highest point boost that you can build, and it's a non-full batch, and there is no stalling involved. Alright, so you will have Saturn as your captain, and I'm trying to put as much egghead arc in here, therefore I can, you know, I can get the captain ability of Saturn, use it to a better potential, you know, even though none of them is, you know, none of them is quick, so they won't get type advantage unless it's quick. But we have Rebecca, friends captain, so she's quick. At least she is going to be the only one that hit really hard, but that's what we want, right? So having Kuma spatial launch on the second stage to get rid of all the binds, make sure that your bind sockets is at level 3. Together with Kuma spatial, that should get rid of all the binds. Second step would be use your friend Rebecca spatial to remove this 2 turns of barrier, and then that will also get rid of this intimidation. And then you want to launch Saturn spatial. There's another must you need to have here is Nostiro. Hopefully you guys have him by now. He will remove 6 turns of defense up. So launching Saturn's V2 spatial will basically get rid of these 2 gimmicks. And then you just hit. Then move on to stage 3. You activate EX of Kuma. This team works because it has Bonnie and it also has Stussy, and that meet the requirement of Kuma's EX. So launch EX of Kuma, that will also meet the requirement of Saturn EX. So Saturn will special charge time will be reduced by 17 turns plus 5 turns from his EX. So he can launch the second time. So you launch his special the second time as well. So step 4, 5, 6 are like together. Kuma EX, and then EX of Saturn, and then Saturn V2 special, and then Kuma second time special. The reason you want to launch Kuma second time special is you want to convert the type boost from the previous stage into stack up type boost, and then launch Bonnie special. She will give you another type boost. So that's why you want to launch Kuma special before Bonnie special. Bonnie special here besides give you another type boost, she will also remove the 6 turn of slot binds. And then launching Stussy special. Stussy special will give you attack boost based on enemies got delayed, and she's gonna put delay on enemy as well, because I think because what? Because I don't remember. Let's double check. So if your captain is a Cerebral or driven class, then it will delay enemies by 1 turn. Ignore immunity, yeah, because of that. And the line here is boost damage dealt to delay enemy by 2.5. So she will boost damage to delay enemy by 2.5, and then she will put delayed ignoring immunity. That's why you get the more attack boost in that case. And then because you have 5 or more Cerebral characters on the crew, that is why I like put everything here Cerebral, even though your friend captain Rebecca is not Cerebral, she is free spirit and fighter. But yeah, we have 5 Cerebral, and that would activate this. So the attack up that you get from here will become 1.3 and slot will also become 1.3. Better than nothing, right? Better than 1.0. Oh, it will become 1.4. Sorry, it will become, it's better than 1.1. Yeah, that's why I bring her here. Stussy, it's good. And then you can activate this blue glass and dolls special. She will give you a bit of attack boost. She will give you base attack up by 1,250 to fighter and Cerebral. Luckily your Rebecca is considered fighter, right? So yeah, all in all, I think this team should be able to carry you to really high navigation level in TM. yeah, that would be it. I think this non-full batch team should help if you can build it, so you don't really need to have full batch. If you like this video, please hit that like. If you have any question or any comment, feel free to leave me any comment, and I'll see you in the next video, maybe next week. See you.